Okay, so far so good. We are in turn 2. Took a little while. Wild Growth Walker. Now this one might not be a good idea because if the opponent has a cast down, it'll not be good. But, you know, that's a risk I had to take. Intercept. Yep, that one goes to the graveyard because we need some lands. And by taking out Llanowar Elves, we're increasing our chance of getting those lands. Okay. Cast down. Must have pulled it recently. Very good. Woodland Cemetery, another Branch Walker. Yep, not enough mana to cast it. So we're gonna sticking with this one. And the reason I'm doing this is because in mirror matches, I have found that what matters is that small resource gain. So just being a land ahead is a big advantage. An important advantage to keep. As you can see, I'm getting anxious, which could be another mistake. Now, for next turn, I think I should play a Hostage Taker and risk him getting turned back. Or take out that Hydroid Krasis. Hard to tell. Okay. Yeah. It's good because... Now, let's pause for a second and analyze that last move. Hostage Taker on Hydroid Krasis instead of Wild Growth Walker. Now, by having Hostage Taker take the Hydroid Krasis, I'm preventing him from, well, removing one of my creatures, and more importantly, I'll be able to recast it. If he does remove Hostage Taker, which is what I'm assuming he's gonna do, I will be able to, well, he's just not gonna gain anything. So, was that the best move, though? I mean, even if I did take Wild Growth Walker, I wouldn't be able to cast it, and I would probably get removed. Biogenic Ooze. Interesting choice. And a 4th Branch Walker. Well, let's use his Hydroid Krasis to draw a land. 10-2. Yep. Looks at the token, he's on 9 health. As you can see, I'm missing my land drops, which is not good. However, it does happen quite often. Okay, Wild Growth Walker, game bigger. And because he never misses any of his land drops, he's able to cast that, and I finally pull a land. Let's see, I would say the best move here is to cast the Breeding Pool, shock myself, and cast Vivian Reed. And what do I do instead? Okay, let's pause for a second. Is that really the best way to go? Yes, removal against that. No. Okay, yeah, this was one of the mistakes. I should have used Vivian Reed to give me a card advantage. Yeah, Wild Growth Walker is not that big of a deal. Trying to gain that longer game advantage is always much better. Here my strategy was to go aggro and try to finish the game quicker. It's just not gonna happen, and I should have read that because the Biogenicus is able to create more tokens. Orange Tyrant. Wait a second. 2, 3, 4. Oh man. Another mistake. I miscounted the mana. I knew I made a lot of mistakes in this game, but this is just getting ridiculous. Which was, I did not count my Llanowar Elves in this case, and I could have casted Vivian Reed instead. I mean, I didn't need the health at all, so... While a blocker is always good, it's still very susceptible to a fine finality. So yeah, I was clearly not thinking right about playing this game. Cast the Vivian Reed much sooner if we force him to attack.
How this thing goes is up to you. Get that out of here.
Okay, now he has only one card left. Yep. I do make a pretty good play over here. And I take a land. Because this. Yep.
Come to me.
See what he does.
Sometimes restoration means retribution.
So far, so good. 4, 6, 8. You know, I could have had... no, wouldn't have worked.
Balance comes.
Nice move on his part. No, not so much. He should have casted my Hydroid Krasis. But, of course, he didn't know that I had a cast down in my hand. Which will prevent him from drawing those cards. Are you sure about that? What I'm doing is deliberate because I want a hostage taker to die so that I'll be able to get it with fine finality. I think this was a very good block. Played right into my hand.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
Yep, Carnage Tyrant. Two hostage takers, and not enough mana to cast his hostage taker, which is a problem. But that's okay. A lot of good options. That's the difficult part of this game. Always got these very good options. Biogenic Ooze, the 9/9 Ooze gonna go down. Okay, now the best move would be to play a cast down, and then on the hostage taker to prevent from drawing, and the problem is solved.
The wilds are my shield.
But yeah, that initial problem really compounded into a situation like this. So yeah, Vivian Raid needs to be casted sooner. Oh, now comes one of my favorite moves. Which is... next turn we'll see. Okay, that's his plan, to just make it last longer, gain more resources and play the long game. Now let's pause for a second and analyze the best move would be in this scenario. If I cast a Biogenic Ooze, let's see, if I take the Hostage Taker, well... if I take the Thief of Sanity, yeah, that's what I was considering. Use Hostage Taker either on a Thief of Sanity or Biogenic Ooze, but then I decided to use it on... to use Vivian Reed to destroy Thief of Sanity. Hostage Taker and Biogenic Ooze will just be better, and then cast his Biogenic Ooze.
Draw and fire.
Yep. Without the main Biogenic Ooze, he's unable to create more.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Another Thief of Sanity.
Meet my newest friend.
Hydroid Krasis. You know, I'm thinking maybe in the graveyard, do I have another hostage taker? No, I do not. Yep, bring in the Biogenic Ooze. I will have enough mana, so...
The wild wasn't meant to be contained. No one said restoration was painless.
Yep, the best move would probably be... Actually, no, it would be casting the Carnage Tyrant, perhaps? No, definitely Biogenic Ooze. Because Carnage Tyrant does not grow as time goes on, so... And now with two of these, we're gonna see something very, very interesting. Yep, they gain 2+1/+1 counters, which means in total I gain +4/+4 every turn. No, +8/+8, yeah. Okay.
You can't stop nature. Balance comes.
That was unlucky. So I should have one more hostage taker in my deck. Create more oozes, but it would be best to draw cards to remove her from... Now here it might seem like I have miscounted my mana, but what I was counting on was to get a cast down, in order to remove his Biogenic Ooze. While I did not get a cast down, I got something even better, Araska's Contempt, which will be able to take out Vivian Reed. Now, he might remove my Hydroid Krasis, which would be the best move he could make. However, he would be very close to using her ultimate. So that's what I'm counting on here. Now, of course, that's just one of the...
No one knows the wilds like I do.
One of the sub-strategies going on. The game is becoming very, very complicated. Yep.
Come to me.
Now, in this case, I could have simply swung with Hydrokrasis at Vivian Reed, but not doing that would put him in a state of panic because he will only have enough life to...
Just like before.
He will only have enough life for once of these. No, not a good move. Other than that, honestly, I am really not seeing any major mistakes. Maybe not using the Biogenic Ooze's token creation, but that's sort of not my strategy here. Yep. Well, at least it wasn't until I realized, yeah, I will need that. Alright. Now my opponent is at 2 health. So since he has only 2 cards that I do not know of, next turn I'll be able to attack and swing for the win. Although, was that the best value though? Yeah, I should have instead swung at him.
Every fight makes me stronger.
And I should have removed his Biogenic Ooze.
Now.
Yeah. That was definitely a mistake. And now he's gonna gain life
for a while.
Yep, that was another major
Looks
mistake.
like we're gonna be here for a while, people.
What I should have done was remove the Biogenic Ooze and
Good, because we're getting them out.
swung at Vivian Reed. Yeah. Yeah, think about your opponent's value gain. Ah! Carnage Tyrant looks so small. Oh, because of that, I'm at risk of milling myself.
Meet my newest friend.
Finally! The hostage taker that I was waiting for. Want to be able to cast this guy. No, your Biogenic Oozes are mine. See, one of the reasons that it really went this far was because I was getting greedy. The whole time I was waiting for my third hostage taker that never arrived. So now I'm gonna play his game, the game of tokens. Here I make something very interesting. Because I have Memorial to Folly, I'm able to bring one of these back, and having a hostage taker will allow, and I have enough mana to get his hostage taker and then cast it again. So that will be an interesting move. Let's see. I think I was looking away while this was happening, and he was gonna use a hostage taker to block me. I should have used 2 hostage taker in this case to attack. Which I realize I picked
13, 16, 17.
Oh, he actually sacrificed one of his branch walkers.
The wilds are my shield.
Oh, and now he is gonna... that.
It's gonna make it even more ridiculous.
Now he's back at 20 health. Like, at this point, is this even a game? We're both screwed up too much. Neither of us deserves to win, especially me. Hooray. We're gonna be here for a while.
This is nothing.
Well, you know what I should have done? I should have just created oozes. But like an idiot, I'll probably cast Hydroid Krasis because at this point I can't think straight. Oozes! Ooze party! Do it. Okay. Well, I should have swung with 3 of these. Yeah. So many mistakes. This is becoming a very good session. For me, anyway. It's probably very boring for you to watch this. But it is still quite important. This is a mistake as well. Hydroid Krasis being... yeah. Should have instead tried to create more oozes. I should have done that a while ago. Although, had I not made the previous mistakes, I would not have needed to do that.
Fucking finally. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, like, look at this shit. I'm not drawing any fucking removal. Keep on drawing lands. 3, 6, 7,
I've seen
8,
things
9.
that would break someone like you.
9 plus 4 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. So 4 of these. 20. Yeah, you're a little late for the party, mate.
Okay, this is very interesting.
A little late for the party.
Another finality.
Oh boy. Okay. Why on him? Why not Carnage Shard? Yeah, put it on the Carnage Shard. Yeah. Nice.
This whole time I was hoping to draw one of my cast downs. I guess you can never rely on your draw. Still, the game is finally ending from that ridiculous board state. The only time I've had something like this was at a PPTQ when both of us were really tired, so we were just playing on autopilot.
Not bad for a mouse.
That's good. I've got 8 cards left. I'm milling myself, for God's sake. Okay, at this point I know what kind of one, so all he has to do is to just survive. And I'm like, you know what? I will survive! $73 life, not the worst, not the highest life I got with this deck, but finally! I'm sorry for the delay. Good game. Well, that is enough for today. Or is it? Actually, no, it isn't. Because I'm gonna be making another mistake, which is taking out Llanowar Elves. Against a mirror match, I should keep Llanowar Elves. I should take out the 2 of the Branch Walkers instead. I should not take out all the Branch Walkers. Okay, looks like my opponent is a little low on cards. I am getting mana flooded. This one, I think this one should stay in the library. Very nice, plenty of land. We're now at 4 cards versus 4 cards, but I've got the health advantage. Hydrokrasis. He draws only 1. I'm gonna cast Restless Contempt on it. Very good. Very good. Got level 1, we need everything counts. More land. I should have swung first with Hydroid Krasis, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Yes. I cannot allow him to heal. I need to out-aggro him. And even more importantly, I need to get rid of my Branch Walker. Now, how will I ever do that? A removal. Okay, now we've got 2 cards in the graveyard. Now, he did a pretty big fuck up just now. Which is... yeah, I've got 4 creatures, mate. You will need a board wipe. Yes, you will need a board wipe. Well, and with that, that was over.